Hey friends and neighbors, this is Katie welcoming you to Chapter 158. So, as you may know, we're approaching the final episodes of this particular dark mini-arc of our ongoing story. You've heard our content warnings before, and we've got one more for you. We want to be sensitive to listeners that, especially at this time of year, may not want to hear content dealing with suicide and euthanasia. If that's the case for you, I suggest skipping this episode altogether and rejoining us next week.
Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 4, Chapter 158. It's after nightfall on the 24th of the month of Frost, 6:40 p.m. or so by now, and you stand in the ruin and waste and fungus infesting the heart of old Harrigan's abandoned warehouse. You found Ground Zero. Hopefully not just a Ground Zero, but definitely a nerve center of cultivation and growth. And there were 6 seated corpse puppets. 4 men in sailor's garb, one of which Dabwick specifically recognized as being among the crew of the Aurora. A random human man, just a citizen of Cassomir, presumably. He's got the look of a stevedore about him. And another human man, this one in the plate mail armor of the shipyard's watch. Also present were 3 folks who had not yet quite turned into seated corpse puppets, but were well on their way. A dwarf, a halfling, and poor little bucket boy. Now all dead. Allow me to hand-wave a casing of the rest of the joint, which is indeed empty of threats. What had been happening here seems to have been centered and clustered in this central storeroom, where these sailors had made a hideout of sorts. You do come across a significant collection of refuse in a room around the corner to the west, leftovers from probably a number of weeks' worth of fish and chips delivery from the lighthouse. Certainly some faint signs of some struggles near the door you entered through, but otherwise, the place is just a crypt now. A crypt filled with supernaturally enhanced fungus, seemingly having been growing at a staggering rate. And you do find a number of drain pipes that lead down into the sewers and Cassomir's locker, where ropey strands of yellow fungus and purple fungus have indeed started to snake down.
Having reached the water supply?
Maybe not quite that far, but heading on their way down. And I do want to quickly note before we pick back up that for once, it wasn't that I forgot to make you make a sanity checks last week as those horrors were coming at you. Because for once, upon meeting a new kind of undead creature, even though their appearance was certainly awful, and the scene was terrible, you can't help now in the quiet afterwards but notice that you felt a certain kinship with those sad, dead souls. You certainly wouldn't have consciously thought in the moment of them almost like a limb or something, but almost now like the phantom sensation of a lost limb, like a ghostly, unliving part of yourself. So seeing them didn't overwhelm you with horror, perhaps even worse. It kind of felt a little right to enter this lair, to breathe their air, to breathe their spores, to share their back of the head tingle. Walking in here felt almost like coming home.
Does that realization now require a sanity check?
Feels like it requires one for me, personally.
So as we gather up following this quick search to make sure you were indeed alone, which you are, as Dabwick is finishing wiping Nikos' blood off their hands, Grip, Bash, and Pandora hear the faint sound of a bell and a thin, weak voice in their minds, in their conscious, waking minds.
The blot quivers. It stirs. It reaches its tendrils through their minds. it enters their dream.
And then this momentary sense of conscious contact crumbles like ash in your hands. All right. What do we do now?
Pandora, that was the first time that we heard that when we weren't
Yes.
almost awake or almost asleep.
I know.
And I suppose for Dabs, you probably would observe all three of them in the midst of their activities just stop for a second
And like stop and
like listen to something and then go back about their business, and then Bash asked that. And this is an experience you have yet not had.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We do have memory of it from.
entering and leaving the dreamlands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do we remember that voice from the prologue now?
Yes.
But it's always been in some sort of confluence with the dimension of dreams.
Yes.
Yeah.
That we have
She doesn't
experienced
need it anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe while you're breathing in spores, she doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Or maybe while this plant amplifier transmitter connector thing is here.
Check to be made on the fungus, whether it's still growing now that all of them have died.
Dungeoneering.
Dabwick's shaken. They rolled a natural 1.
Oh, boy.
26.
Okay. I would say, especially as I'm hand-waving a few minutes of searching around and checking out the place, by the time you come back...
And also like opening the sliding or like the one remaining door and kind of just peeking around to see like if anybody noticed the 30 seconds of
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. By the time you regather back up in this central area, there had been a sense of all of that fungus being active, quivering slightly, moving on its own, maybe visually growing out of the mouths of these seated creatures. Everything feels real, still, and limp and lifeless at the moment. And as Bash checks it out, you're feeling like, okay, this stuff is alive, whatever that means to it, but it's no longer growing at some exponential supernatural rate. If you walked out of here and did nothing with it, it would continue to slowly grow, but it's no longer gonna race on ahead as if empowered by fungal corpse puppets.
I don't think we should leave it.
No, does it look like it'll burn?
It does indeed.
Wait, don't burn it yet. We can use this. And he holds up the confabulation plates.
70-some episodes later, yes! Bring that shit out!
Who do you want to confab with?
One of the sailors, I expect.
Well, here's my question. We can use it on one of the bodies. Or we could use it on these plants. The like long ropey things.
Sure, you could attempt that, yeah.
So the question that Bash has for everybody is, would there be more information stored in one of the corpse puppets, or would there be more information stored in this
About
Nexus,
different things, I'm
if it
sure.
were?
Is it only a once per day thing?
Once per day.
Well, I guess I was thinking that we would use them on the sailor to find out what happened on the Aurora.
That's certainly a good idea.
I think we're this is maybe, I'm going to say this is Robert and not Grip, because this is a little heady for Grip, I think. But I think that we're more likely to get an answer we can comprehend from one of the sailors than from the fungus.
They're also going to have a lower save,
The sailors will?
probably. Because they
But
didn't,
I think
they
you're
didn't have a
saying, your argument is that the fungus could give us more information about Jamador.
template. I don't know what kind of information it could give us. I don't know if it's the sort of thing where it's actually still connected to something, or if it's no longer connected, or if it knows where something
That
was.
feels exceedingly dangerous, like calling attention to us. In particular, we were just told it's stirring, which means it's waking up, which is extraordinarily bad.
For all involved.
I'd hate to wake it up further.
I don't know that necessarily does it or doesn't do it, but whatever gets us the most information to stop it as quick as possible, that's a chance I'm willing to take. But if you don't think that it's worth the risk, I trust your judgment. Dabs, what do you think?
Don't they respond most to direct questions, not open-ended ones? Like, if we want to know specific information about something like the Aurora, we can ask specific questions. But if we're asking about anything to do with German Door, that might be a little vague for Plant to be able to answer.
I was going to ask you to see if it was connected to any other hubs of information like this throughout the city or underneath it.
Well, worth knowing.
That's a good question.
The sailor might tell us the same thing if other sailors went elsewhere, also infected.
What happened on the ship? What happened when you left the ship?
Of course, it wouldn't know what happened to others when they left the ship.
Right. But maybe it would, if they're all connected.
Yeah, maybe.
Why were you told to leave the ship?
Can you ask a follow-up? Like if you say,
Yeah.
why did you leave the ship? And they say, I was told, can you plumb for more information?
I think you can just say what happened on the Aurora when you arrived in Cassomir.
You get a total of 2 questions.
2 questions.
that's
Okay.
So
what I was
you
about to
can
look
can
up.
follow up, but
Then that's it.
yeah.
To be
Are
judicious.
you the head of the Quickie Mart?
Really?
So I think Grip.
How
because
cool is that? It is very cool.
Grip is only 8 smart, and I think he can wrap his head around talking to a dead person more than talking to dead fungus. So he leans more towards that. But that's Robert sees I don't know. I honestly don't know which would be better.
Yeah. Nor
Well,
do I.
well, here's the thing. If we speak with plants, we get 5 minutes of speaking with plants and more than 2 questions. Of course, it could also just not choose to answer us or answer us in a way that doesn't actually give us any useful
You
information.
also could come back tomorrow and do both.
Wait. Dabs, can you talk to plants?
I can speak with plants when I'm prepared to. Not today.
So we could get some information from one of the corpse puppets. And if we feel like we want to follow up more information, you could maybe ask tomorrow from the plant.
That's correct.
Do you leave it alive overnight?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that.
I'm not crazy about it either, but cutting off information seems like a bad idea. If
Do we
could get
stay here?
Where else are we going to go?
Dabbick's got a lovely apartment. I assumed we were all invited.
And the night is still quite young.
Yeah. What time is it? We're
6:40-ish.
6:40.
6:45. All the other things you have talked about doing, such as going to Archi Umbra's place, probably a 20-30 minute walk from here. If you want to go out to the Dog's Teeth, that's somewhere between a 30 to 45 minute venture. All of you can see in the dark, so
If we are going to go out to the Dog's Teeth, then I think we should talk to the dwarf. But I actually think we can save the dwarf for tomorrow.
And still destroy
And
the
still
fungus.
destroy the fungus tonight if we use the plates on the fungus.
That's true. Is it so with the speak to plants 5 minutes unlimited questions or
yeah.
But also, how it speaks back is
could be
useless.
yeah.
And their sense of the surroundings is incredibly limited. They don't know anything outside of their immediate vicinity. However,
Could at least find out if
Do
there
they
is an
know-
This is
interconnectedness.
also-
Who they are?
grown
Do they
supernaturally
know
in
what
some-
they are?
who knows?
Well,
I don't think Dabwick has ever done this.
we could find
No.
out.
All right. What's the vote?
I don't want this fungus around.
Yeah, I'd rather
One moment longer than necessary.
I'd rather not leave the fungus overnight. So let's talk to fungus tonight and destroy it, and deal with the dwarf or whichever one tomorrow. That's what I like.
I keep saying the dwarf, but
You sure
mean
do.
The sailor.
You
I
mean- you
a
mean one of the
sailor.
sailors, okay.
Yes, I don't want.
I mean, also probably the fact that the city watch was infected. That seems like because there could have been more than Dabs. If the city watch is investigating something, do they normally go around by themselves, or do they go in pairs, or?
Well, for a routine check of just walking around, I would see them separate themselves sometimes into little groups of one.
Absolutely.
But if one just went missing, wouldn't they send around more till they found them?
Depends on how long they've been gone.
I think we should speak to the plants.
All right. So Bash takes
Wait, this is the first time we've ever done this, right?
No.
No.
We did it on Melison's corpse.
Oh,
Yep.
right, okay.
That's the first
So-
time we've done it on a plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bash takes these 2 square brass plates with rubber edges and screws at each corner to kind of tighten the plates like a clamp. He takes them and puts it onto, if these sort of vines and tangle of fungus and everything, if it's growing out of one sort of central area, then
Sure, out of the watchman's mouth.
then that is where he sort of goes and clamps it onto that.
Yeah. Where does
And-
he shove the fleshy tube? So with a corpse, you would have to shove the fleshy tube down the throat a disturbingly long way until you felt its lamprey mouth suction cup grab onto something on the inside.
So if these vines are sort of like, again, like a sort of thick thing,
Yeah.
then he'll take one of his knives and slice open an actual tendril
A
of
thicker one.
the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and take this and then sort of like jam it in there slowly but surely as it's like pushing into this plant matter.
Squelching
Yep.
the lamprey mouth suction cup fleshy tube.
And we're still in like darkness, right? There's no light in here.
No light.
So this is even creepier with just the sort of like darkness and shadows and
Black and white, do
Yeah.
all of your dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dora is flying.
Still flying. And then, so you're going to have to switch. You're going to have to change the toggle switch for the first time.
Yep.
To go from corpse to plant.
Yep. And the plant side has a little seed. That's what it looks like. It's
Sweet.
just a little seed.
And then crank the winding key.
Yep.
Tighten, 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 tighten. And then
Switch. Like a monkey grinder.
And then the box just comes to life, and it's vibrating. This happened before, I think. It vibrates at such a high, intense frequency that it literally levitates like a millimeter off of the ground or so. And then you see the entirety of the fungal mass, which, is now covering like 30, 40 feet of this room. All of it quivers up as if a wave cascaded through it. And then
The illusion of life.
and then the box is floating there, and there is a sense of anticipation in the air.
Do you understand me?
We do.
Were you connected to all of these creatures?
We were inside their flesh. We touched them. We became them. They became us. We fed each other. We fed on each other. This is existence.
Can you feel others like them? Can you feel us?
I am trying to reach you now. It will take some time.
You see on the floor just like one tiny little tendril,
As it starts to slowly move.
just barely, not like going for you, but you can sense that what remains of this fungus is trying to latch onto stuff around it. So when it says soon, that might be a year, whatever that means
Sure.
to it. Yeah.
Are there others like you?
This is our world. We are the world. We are inside everything. We will find more world and make the world us.
But you can't feel me without touching me.
Put me inside you.
I'm good.
We will change each other. We will make each other stronger. You will become as you were always meant to become.
Do you know the name?
What is name?
Do you dream the dreams?
We do not understand.
You don't dream the dreams, you're just like a connector.
Let us in. Let us in. Let us in.
I don't think so.
Anybody else got any other questions? Dabs?
Tabs turns into a small fire elemental.
Grip, you got another question. You better ask it now.
No, I seeing that happen. He's like, oh, let's go. No, I'm good.
What kind of shape? What kind of shape? Just like Muppet arms, or you were taking the shape of a creature, or
Dabwick was in Gripply form, so it's
a flaming frog.
It's a flaming Gripply form.
Salamander.
Red and orange and yellow.
Death comes. Death comes. Death comes.
Death comes for all of us.
Death comes. Death comes.
Goodbye.
Death comes.
And Dabwick steps forward.
and you hear the sound of the plants screaming in agony as Dabwick.
And I rip the plates off.
Yes, just in time to not hear their death, as Dabwick kills something else.
Also with hopes and dreams.
They wanted to go to college.
Dabwick is careful to burn the fungus,
Yes.
but to leave the bodies as clean and clear of flame as possible.
Can do. Easily done. All right, so with just a matter of a few minutes of time, Dabwick, as a creature made of fire, can scour this place and disinfect it and stick arms down these drain pipes as far as they feel is necessary to to cut off the growth down the tunnels and clear the place out. All you've got now is corpses.
Boy, if I had a nickel.
Just, in other words, Tuesday.
Something I can add to my business card.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
Fungus burner.
Well, so where do we go from here?
6 rotting zombies now, and 3. Oh, God. And of course, all 3 of these ones that hadn't quite turned would still have disturbing fungal growths coming out of their ears, out of their nose. Like they would be a very disturbing color. It would be obvious that something
I think
unnatural and
we
supernatural had
should,
happened to them.
Destroy any ones we don't intend to talk to tomorrow.
Yeah, as soon as we're done talking to him, I think we should burn this whole place down.
Well,
Could
maybe.
could we use a heal check to prepare the bodies for burial?
What kind of information are you looking to get from Heal Check? Or what are you looking to do to prepare them?
Looking to make it look like they died from something horrible, but not suspicious fungus.
I would say that would take time, right? Like you'd have to go in and kind of surgically remove all the fungus and then work away at various discolored patches. And that would be possible if you want to put these into some sort of presentable condition. Is that what you're driving at?
You'd have to be sure to get it all, of course, or all this will just start again.
What's the name of the other man we were going to check in on?
Archi Umbra.
Archi Umbra. I do have my insect spies prepared for today. Maybe we could send the insect spies to check and see if Archi Umbra's just even in.
Do they recognize that, though?
I can ask them to look for identify. They won't be able to make subjective judgments about what it is that they see, but they can identify.
You've got the level of the spell prepared where they see creatures. Is that right?
Oh, okay. Oh, all right, because that was the lower level that they
Yeah.
couldn't. Got it.
I think that's a good idea.
And I would stay and just work on Nikos. I know people who would miss him. I don't want him to just disappear. Is that all right?
Yeah. What?
So this spell takes some time. It's an option. It's something that we could do with the time if I stay.
But what time are we killing? That's why I'm not sure. I don't understand what
For the insect spies.
How much time would it take for the insect spies to go out and then come back with the information?
The duration is 10 minutes per level, which would be 100 minutes. I guess.
Would they
that's
be able
not
to get
a
there
ton
and
of
get
time.
back?
Say 45 minutes to go there and come back.
And how long would it take us to go there?
It would take you about 15, 20 minutes to walk there.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I don't know why we can't just go there.
Yeah,
Were you
for sure.
suspicious that something might be going on there.
Do you want to send them ahead and follow? Then you could have them report to you when you
Or
arrive.
meeting halfway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
But then you have to come with us because they only report to you.
That's true.
could you send them to the Aurora?
Underwater?
We don't know that it's underwater.
You do.
We do, yeah.
Oh, okay. We just know we were told it was scuttled, but we don't necessarily know that that's true.
No, Stasi told that to Chester.
Okay.
Well, according to the internet, which I have open, beetles can breathe underwater.
No way.
They carry air with them. They can't stay submerged forever. Some looks like maybe 10 minutes. So they could fly. They could certainly fly out there, and it would not take 10 minutes to get down to. You know how shallow the area is, Dabs. It would not take 10 minutes for a beetle to get down to something on the bottom near the dog's teeth, because it's one of the reasons why it's called that is because it's so dangerous and everything's so shallow, and there's so many sharp rocks very near to the surface.
What about sharks? Are there sharks?
There are sharks.
Just watched Jaws. I just watched all those Jaws movies.
I was just thinking we could try to get some information while we're headed over to Umbras.
Absolutely. I suppose that's the best idea.
That sounds like a better use of a spell slot to me, getting some information on that rather. I mean, because we're just going to walk there anyway. If he's not home, we'll see.
Yeah.
And then we could go to the bar. He said it's
He said
early. He
staring
said
at
it's
me.
early. We can go to the bar.
Let's make sure we take all the leisure time we can.
If we hit 5 visits, we can open a tab.
Oh, you're going to go back to the sceptered house? I did say that, didn't I? Yep.
Now it's canon.
All right, so you're going to summon some beetles, Dabs?
So just spell it out for Polly.
Yep.
We're going to summon beetles. We're going to start walking. The beetles are going to go out ahead of us. And we're going to meet them on the docks or something halfway.
Well, no, I think we're still going to what's his name's house,
Yeah.
right? But we're just going to get information on the Aurora from the Beatles, but they can meet us wherever, right? Like, so
Yes.
we're not necessarily waiting on them before we go see what's his name.
The only risk
What's
is
the
if
name? I keep-
the
Archi.
spell
Archi
expires
Umbra.
before they find us. That's the only risk. But I
Right.
think we're saying that should be okay.
I think Dabwick would not be worried about that.
Okay.
You have 100 minutes.
Yeah.
It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
They might come back to you, like if you go to Archi Umbras and you have a conversation, they might come back to you after that, unless you want to wait for them to return. They probably will use
No,
up
we
most of that
should
time.
Meet them halfway just to ensure.
You've
We
been
should-
going in different
we should-
directions.
Right, I know, but after we leave Archie's, we should head towards
Head
where
towards
they
them.
will be coming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Head towards the boardwalk and meet them on their way back.
So complicated.
Easily done.
All right, Dabwick, how many of us are there? Is it still 2? Are we now? There are now 3 of us, Dabwick.
No, there's only 2 of you, my friend.
Dabwick, what are we doing?
Today you're going to go underwater.
That's amazing. I only just learned I could do that.
I didn't know you could do it either, friend. But I want you to check out this ship called the Aurora. I want you to see what's down there, if you can find it. Where is it? And what do you notice about it? And then come back and tell me.
Any creatures in there? Anything living?
Anything living, anything dead, any creatures that you see around there.
We're on it, Dabs. We love you.
Love you too, friends.
You give them some very specific instructions on how to get out there. And the beetles fly away.
Amazing.
What happened to the last Beatles?
They didn't
They
make it
got
back.
killed.
They got killed by.
They got murdered by denizens of Lang, to be honest.
They got smushed.
They got.
Oh, well.
They actually got Wand of Scorching Raid, is what they got.
Oh, nice.
Did they go in the front
From
door?
a murder
They went
hole.
in through the front door.
I love the fact that someone was like, I'm going to use up a Wand of Scorching Ray charge on beetles.
Because they have so many charges.
Haven't got to shoot it all day, probably.
All right, so
It's the moon. It's not like it's flush with beetles.
Right.
Anything is a threat.
And it sees the insect spies. He sees the beetles and is like, zap.
zap. Well, they have one job: guard the prison. All right, the beetles are on their way. Then we've taken care of the fungus. We're leaving the corpses for the moment. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
And heading over to
They're safely away from all drain pipes.
Yes. No, and as you do, by the time you do leave the place, and I think especially after Dabwick's period of time in a form of living flame, the spores in the air have been largely burnt off. There's nothing moving or quivering anymore. These corpses are obviously hideous to look at, but they are starting to look like corpses. And they're probably rotting a little fat. I mean, you're on the edge of a swamp, right? Like everything is kind of wet and gross, and these things have had
Fetid.
Yes, it's fetid. There's lots of fungus in them, so they just look like rotting corpses now. The whole place is losing that sense of menace and life.
It doesn't have that.
Yeah, right. It doesn't feel like home anymore.
It doesn't smell the same way.
No,
doesn't
no,
have
it
that
does not.
bloodhound
I was going to
scent.
ask if your bloodhound was
is
still
bloodhound
going on.
still going?
Oh yeah, it goes for hours.
Yeah, that smell has been cleared out of here.
But not a bad idea to have it going throughout the city.
Oh yeah.
With the rest of the
I mean,
campaign.
Yes.
I was like, oh, I just want something that would be. There were many other extracts that I could have taken that would have been very useful in combat and stuff, but I was like, I want something that feels really investigatory.
It's really a fun choice.
Sounds like the perfect choice for Cassomir
And
right now.
And you're going to force me to have to acknowledge its existence every single session, I think. And like, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's going to tell a story here.
Okay, so we're going to...
Yeah, so it's like a 15, 20-minute walk down... Oh, I think I can put it on the map. Let me take you back to the city map.
Take us back to the map.
Back to the map. Third of the way down the lengths of the district. And it's a neat, tidy storefront, significantly closer to the boardwalk than Harrigan's Warehouse. So Harrigan's Warehouse was much closer to the swamp where there was a lot of more run-down, abandoned places. Not so with Umbra's shop. It has the look on the outside of a space that has long been kept immaculately neat and clean and tidy, but maybe recently falling into the beginning stages of some neglect. There's a small silvery metal sign swinging in the breeze above the door with a highly stylized logo of like some kind of small object traversing the vastness of outer space. And it says, "Stars our destination. A. Umbra, proprietor. Arcane, ampersand, technological oddities."
Now, I have to ask.
Yes.
Is the name Stars Our Destination actually in this printed AP?
No.
Or is that stolen from the wonderful former bookstore on Belmont?
Which is itself a literary reference.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
From what?
Arthur
Oh, no, I
C.
forget.
Clarke?
Maybe?
Yeah.
It's like a famous sci-fi novel.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
I miss that place.
Oh, I used to live there.
was awesome.
I was there all the time.
So there is light on the inside, though the windows seem to be curtained off. There's no like closed sign or anything. It's still normal business hours for most businesses right now.
Pandora will telepathically suggest that we go in as customers.
And just so I remember correctly, Archie was one of the group of the esoterics that was not there the night
Yeah.
Baylor did what he did.
Correct.
If nothing fishy is going on with him, then he's likely grieving
Speaking
the
of,
loss of all of his friends.
Yeah.
how does it smell?
Smells a little familiar. Faint.
Like beginning stages, or
Yeah,
just a single person?
Yeah, more like Etham's house.
Oh well. Never mind. Let's just.
Heading in.
What's that bit from Shaun of the Dead? I don't know if I can kill my mom, my girlfriend, my best friend, and myself all in one day.
It's been quite a day.
Bash thinks to everyone, we don't know that he wasn't in on it to begin with. He could have been real pals with my Acne and Mon. We don't know what this is.
Fair enough.
Mun didn't know it was going to happen, though.
That seems clear based on both versions of the story we've heard about what happened at the Sceptered House, from both Molly and from Ethan.
But what I'm saying is, we don't know where his loyalties lie.
Any buffs before heading in?
I still
Nope,
mage
I'm going to
okay.
wait and see before I start drinking
There we go.
potions.
There we go.
You know what? I've got a gravity gun and I've got an invisibility, and I'm going to spend both of those.
You're going to go invisible?
Yeah,
Okay.
just be in the group.
Dabwick will be sure to be in Gripply form.
Great. And then what else is still going from before? Their telepathic bond is going, Bloodhound
armor.
is going, mage armor. Cool.
Don't think I'm still flying.
At this point, no.
And haste is gone, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, that's rounds,
rounds,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slate skin.
All right,
is-
don't make fun.
Slate skin?
Slate skin's gone too, I believe. It's 10 minutes per level.
Well,
10 minutes per level. You got it. You still got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't have shield or
Nope.
iron skin or anything like that going
Nope.
anymore.
I mean, I'm walking in there with an Aeon Stone, my fucking blue robes.
Yeah.
I'm a
You look like a customer for this
Yes.
kind of place. For arcane
yes.
and technological
in the company
oddities.
of a frog
Yes.
and a giant half orc.
A frog
Made of
kind of
stone.
made of stone.
Yeah.
So heading in and very carefully managing the door situation so
Yeah.
So
It's
Bash
not
can,
obvious there's
so
an
Bash can
invisible
slip in.
person.
Exactly. It takes just a little. I mean, but you're all talking telepathically, right? You
Yeah.
can just like work that through. And the space on the inside is so sad.
Oh.
Like I don't know if you've ever seen this particular site, but a small business after liquidation of goods, it's melancholy. My mom owned a small retail business for many years, and not long before she passed, I had to go back home and help with the last day of the store before she closed up, which was like taking the remaining shelves and fixtures to the dump. And I'll never forget the sight when I walked into that place. It's like a lifetime of love and care and personal attention and commerce, all reduced to the stains on the floor where fixtures once were, the dust in the corners that had been behind fixtures that maybe did get liquidated, but otherwise empty walls, empty shelves. So this place feels like it's all gone. All but a handful of shelves and a counter behind which a man is sitting on a stool with his feet up on the counter, and he's contemplating a small silvery cube of metal in his hand. Fits neatly in his hand, maybe like, I don't know, 5 inches by 5 inches by 5 inches. And he's like, blandest looking dude you could possibly imagine. Like, not that you'd even bother to imagine this guy. Just like unmemorable white guy. Just pale, clean shaven, probably bald under like a simple cap or something, but like average build, average height, average face, blue-green eyes, otherwise totally forgettable. Not a dynamo of charisma. He looks like a magey type though. He's got, you can see
that's
like
the only reason I haven't started detecting thoughts yet.
he's got a little metallic headband peeking out from under his cap. He's got clearly a magical amulet on. There's a couple of wands and scrolls like neatly stored and some neat bandoliers, but there's also plenty of empty spaces on his belt and his bandolier, and many of his pouches seem empty, like he's been liquidating his own kit as well.
Like he's getting ready to leave this place.
And as you enter, he looks up from this cube. Oh, hello. We are no longer open. Thank you. And he goes back to looking at the cube.
You're Archi Umbra, aren't you?
I am sorry. We are no longer open. This is not particularly a place for business anymore. I forgot to lock the door. You are in my house right now, madam. Thank you. He goes back to staring at the cube.
Detect psychic significance.
Fuck, I don't think this is a glib answer, but nothing.
That's telling.
Nothing.
Nothing left here that has any meaning for him whatsoever.
And whatever he's holding, he doesn't have a history with it. Mm-hmm. If I think of something as we're talking,
No.
I'll bring it back up. But
That's telling.
yeah.
Question, in terms of the lack of charisma,
Yeah.
does the lack of charisma feel like
It's a drain.
someone who never had it, or someone who has been
Is there any way to tell?
having
Maybe so. I mean, you all have seen
We've
the
now
effects of this.
experienced various people at different places with this.
Tell you what, everybody give me perception checks. Let me see. Let's start there.
33.
23.
38.
And Bash.
23. But I would also ask if I could make a heal check to specifically look for the signs of this sort of drawing out of people's... Because I feel like it has to have...
No need.
Okay.
You are trained enough. Yes, he is charisma damaged. 100%. Clear signs of seedborne infestation to your eyes, and combining that with the smell from these supernatural senses. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
Things must seem quite bleak now.
I suppose they do, yes. They do seem bleak. How did you know?
I know.
Oh. Is this happening to you?
We heard you weren't there the day the others were infected.
I was not there.
Which one of them got to you?
There was I think the word is kerfuffle, with a shipment. I did not go to the meeting. You know about the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was someone I did not know.
A sailor?
No, a terrible man.
Fucking lols.
I do not know his name. He wore glasses.
Yes.
He had a hat I did not understand.
No one understands it.
No. He came in. Do you know who Mun is, I assume?
Yes.
Mun said, you might be able to help me with a problem that requires an unconventional solution, that you have devices, ancient technologies and magics, and the sound of his voice. You have heard his voice.
Mun?
This man.
Yes.
I have seen and heard and experienced many things through the course of my life, and I have never felt more on edge.
Is he an android?
I'm picking. I wanted to know too. Are you just giving him an affectation, or is there anything to be noticed about his sort of halting manner of speech that a 23 perception can notice?
Nothing that any perception checks heretofore made can pick up. He looks to be human. I asked him what it was he specifically sought to do or to find, and he tired of me, and he cast Detect Magic, and he began looking around. I grew wary of him, despite him saying he was Mun's friend. I was about to ask him to leave, and he took off his glasses. Have you seen his eyes?
No.
They are empty, except of blood. I began to back away, and he said a thing to me. I think you know what he said.
Yes, the name.
And you know what happens. I lost a few moments of time. He was out of my sight, and I believe he stole something. I know not what. I know not what, because my friend was coming up from the back, and I could tell that he had heard the name as well. I went to my friend in concern, and before I knew it, the man was gone. And then I was taking my friend to the back to care for him. He was my last friend. He was laid out for quite some time. He was very sick. I was very concerned. And I stayed with him. But I did not remember or notice that I had left the front door unlocked. It was my least concern, you understand. And at some point that day, someone must have come in, found no one watching, and by the time I made my way back out here, much had been taken, looted. This place was my livelihood. And it was damaged, and so was I, and so was my friend, and I began to comprehend what had happened to me, and I knew what had to be done. I have lived a very long life, filled with many losses, more losses than I care to recount, and I have come to believe that we are given a specific number of losses that we can sustain. We are given a certain number of meaningful relationships, and that when too many of the first are suffered and too few of the second remain, or when none remain, it is time to leave the body. I have sold the remainder of my goods. I have paid my debts. I have reflected with great fondness and sadness on my life. I have seen horrors, but I have also known what I would term, at least, happiness. He raises the cube, and he pours something out of it into his mouth. And it looks like a thick, kind of oily liquid, but there's stuff moving in it. Tiny little things moving in it. Please do not stay. Do not watch. This will not be pretty. I said farewell to Leo this morning. Now I wish to say farewell to you.
Leo. Robert just got it.
Robert is slow on the uptake.
He begins to twitch and convulse, and the illusion he had been maintaining fades away, and he is indeed an android. Archimedes.
I got it about 10 minutes ago.
Boy, I didn't even after I was thinking he sounds like an android, but I don't know. What android could there be this fucking game?
Before I asked if he was an android, I was contemplating his name. Archie.
Fuck me right in the ear.
As soon as you said Leo, I was like, oh.
Well done.
Well done.
Bastard.
You bastard.
We should give him some privacy.
Sorry it came to this.
Thank you.
She looks at him and says, I hope to meet you on your next journey. I hope that we will recognize one another.
I have come to understand this may be possible.
It is.
Until proven to me, I will wait to find out.
I hope to see you again.
I see the light slowly going out and the gem set into the center of his forehead, the circuitry underneath his skin, up where you can see his flesh is twitching out and glitching and starting to fade out.
Let's go.
Aye.
Heading out, it's a pretty clear path down towards the waterfront, just like on a 5-minute walk or so, where you can meet up with the beetles. And as you walk out of that space, back into what in this part of town is nightlife. You know, you're passing by bars, you're passing by taverns and inns and restaurants, and there are sailors and merchants and folks just going about their lives. A lot of them looking like they're having a really great fucking time. And this world is just swirling around you. We are like five straight hours of death.
Motion.
Yes.
Walking through this party.
Going from this very quiet shop with like the little bell over the door and stuff, and open it up, and then it's just like, and the sound and the noise and the music and the sort of swirling lights and stuff, and just cacophony of humanity.
You're just passing hundreds of lives that have no idea what is going on or what you have been doing and experiencing for them. Yeah.
Or how close they are.
To, yes. Down by the waterfront. Right into your hand. The beetles return.
Tablet!
Did you find the Aurora, my
We
friend?
found a ship, yes.
And what did you see?
It is at the bottom. It is underwater. There were 4 bodies, Tablet, floating in the water. Not much going on in there. The walls downstairs were weird.
Weird in what way? Why do you say that?
Damaged? Repeatedly cut and split?
Destroyed on purpose, then.
Oh, it looked very deliberate.
You have an excellent vocabulary.
We just came from university after all, so...
Can they tell if they were?
Middle of class.
Can they tell if they were drowned bodies or otherwise molested?
I don't know how you all kill each other, but... They didn't seem like they died because they ran out of air.
Did not see that.
They did not seem that way, no. Their bodies were... They were injured. Dabek. But I'm a beetle. I don't know how.
You're doing so well. This is more information than I anticipated.
It's not too deep, though.
No, it's perfect.
I meant the ship, but thank you. And with that, do I go away? Not too deep, though. We love you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Beatles.
So glad they survived.
Oh my god, and these beetles fly away. And you stand there with your heavy hearts at the edge of the boardwalk, looking out over Cassomir Harbor.
Shall we go have a look ourselves? The Aurora.
How can we go down there?
I can make us all breathe water.
How can you do that?
I'm not quite sure. I wanted to do it in anticipation of just such a circumstance, and today I can. Something about a man in a laboratory. That's all I know.
Bash is intently staring at Pandora. You feeling all right?
To put things in perspective, no, because this is the most horrible day we've seen in quite some time. Well, no, it's not, actually. But it was a horrible day, and many horrible things happen. But I think the intent of your question is, am I feeling all right? Yes. Better than ever, actually.
Okay.
And again, remember, she's reading younger. There's a whole bunch of weight of time stripped from her face, basically.
And her shoulders, I think.
And the shoulders. A little less tight, a little less tension in the shoulders. Mm-hmm.
I could do it again tomorrow. On the other hand, I could also do something else tomorrow. So as long as I have this ability, perhaps we should take advantage.
Right, and I guess we can all see, right? We can all see even if it's dark down there, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's fucking do it.
Let's go skinny dipping.
Rent a boat. Have the gripper sail you out there.
I really don't want to die from a shark, but yes.
Why would that happen?
I would be happy to sail them out to the fucking place. I know what I'm doing.
Fantastic. So it is a fairly easy, again, it's like 20-minute trip out of the harbor, out around the tall hill upon which Greyguard Castle sits, and out along the edge of Dog's Teeth. And it is a long series of what starts out basically as just spiky rocks, in some places becomes small islands like the size of a person. Then in some places becomes islands that are big enough to actually have trees growing on them. And maybe there's probably some buildings back in there. And it just goes on and on and on. But the spot where the Aurora was seen was out... I've got it on the map. So out about halfway down the length of the Dog's Teeth on the north side of it there, you can find the little promontory where folks had noted it having been seen before the storm. And, you've all got dark vision, right? How long does that last for you, Johnny?
Hours.
Perfect. And Dabs can stay as a frog.
Yeah.
The water here is not 60 feet deep, so I would say with... you don't have like GPS coordinates. Maybe about a half hour of tooling around and steering clear of rocks and looking for the landmarks that you know to look out for. You do eventually see the sign of what seems to be the top of a mast of a ship beneath you. Yeah, how do you want to approach? Do you want to drop anchor right above it, go directly down? Do you want to go a ways away from it, approach from a little bit of a distance? How do you want to go about this? Looking down on the water with your dark vision, you don't see any movement down there, but it's very silty.
While we're on this wonderful boat ride, Bash will mix up his last remaining extract of 3rd level.
And what is it?
Fly.
I think we should be more above it rather than out from it. I think easier to go straight down.
Just drop straight down.
Gather round then.
Yeah.
Pandora imagines water bubbling as if in a small cauldron, as if someone is doing an experiment, and is overcome with a sense of fulfillment, of having done something and feeling good about it. And she reaches out one by one and touches you, and we all have 5 hours of water breathing.
Nice. No maths for this one?
No maths. And then you all have enough equipment on you that you could easily, if you want to, just pop over the side, let the weight of your equipment take you down.
What will that mean for coming back up?
You can swim up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or simply fly.
Or simply fly, if that's what you got going on. What are you doing about your black powder pistol?
Gonna leave it up here. It's not gonna be of any use down there.
That's what I wanted to hear. Are we all dropping down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Before
Yes.
we-
Never done this before.
Yes.
Or no, what I would probably actually do is put them in the handy haversack in the extra dimensional space
Great.
so that
Yeah.
they would not be
Exposed to the water.
exposed to the water.
I'm going to go off backwards like I'm scuba diving.
Yes.
I'm not taking things that can get wet, like the all my scrolls and my spell book and things like.
Right.
I can't take any of that stuff. So.
Sure. Now that Lelwyn's bag of holding is empty again, and you can, if you want to, pop in that extra dimensional
that's
space
what
for
I
now.
will do. Yeah, just so that
Perfect.
we're not leaving them exposed on the.
And is Dabs going down as a Gripply wearing equipment, or is Dabs changing into some kind of fish-like creature?
Dab's Gripply form has got webbed feet. Very helpful for swimming, so I think Dabik will go in.
Nice.
As
Got a
as
swim
Gripply.
speed?
No.
What's the other frog?
Bogart.
Oh, maybe.
Bogard.
Right, because the Gripplies are tree frogs.
Yeah, Bogarts can have a 30-foot swim speed, so there we go.
All right, so you're a medium-sized creature.
Yes.
You are a water frog.
Ribbit.
Ribbit wick.
And we all follow Grip and head over the side and let our equipment carry us down to the bottom.
Oh my god.
This is so fun. Sinking down underneath the moonlight into the disturbed silt at the bottom of the ocean. Out in the dog's teeth. Give me some fucking perception checks, my friends. Gripper.
26.
Pandora.
27.
Bash.
17.
And Dabwick.
38.
Are you capable of rolling under a 38?
Oh, this is great.
Oh god.
Down,
hate when
down,
you say that.
down you sink right next to this pleasure yacht, which is just sitting kind of canted at a weird angle on the bottom of the ocean on the rocks. Land down, there's like clouds of silt and particles, sea particles, and fish spreading out in all directions from your landing. And as a great white shark comes from behind a rock that everybody sees except for Bash, we're going to pick up with a shark fight next episode. That's the end of chapter 158.
Oh, mercy.
Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's Paizo.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at syrinscape.com. That's syrinscape.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, J.H., the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
You are a big part of our storytelling as well. And we love it when you help us.
You are, in fact, the antagonist.
And also often
pal.
the protagonist.
Wow.
The story pal.
Your story pal.
Story buddy.
My name's Rob. I'm the story pal tonight.
Protagonist, antagonist, and lover.
Brad.